What is going on? I'm gonna wait till some people chime in, bump in here, because we got some stuff we got to talk about. What's going on, everybody? We're gonna wait. Listen, man, before we even get into our own news, yo, what is Miami doing? What was Miami thinking? You don't get rid. CGH C highlights is the trade. I'm shaking. Yo, we're gonna talk about that. We're just gonna let a few people chime in real quick, because right now there's some changes made all over the place. There's only one that stands out to me. Okay, what? Hold on a second. What the hell are the Browns doing? What are the Browns doing? What are they thinking? What are y'all doing with your team, man? Yo, as a Browns fan, like, you gotta be sick to your stomach watching your team bumble away scenarios. Working, like, come on, man. Yo, the Browns aren't trusting any damn process. I don't know what process they're using over there in Cleveland, but yo, they are making it difficult for fans to just have hope. Yo, how are the Browns doing what they're doing? The rumor is they made a trade to acquire Adrian McCarron from the Bengals. They were too busy high-fiving and you know what I'm saying, and celebrating, and they completely botched confirming the whole acquisition. So the Browns stay where they're at. Yo, that makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. What are y'all doing, the Browns? Anyway, the Browns will be the Browns, right? And then you have our division rival, the Miami Dolphins, shooting away a top quarterback, a top running back. Yo, and you know, some moves, you make the move because you think something great is going to come from it. Gaming Prayer says, I mean, we barely got Benjamin. The trade was official at 3:57. But we confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? We barely got him, but we say, yo, boom, let's make this happen. We straight. But the Browns, though? And then now you got Miami giving away a running back that killed us. You think they would keep him? Ran for 200 yards twice? Bro, that's all I'm going to say. Yo, I'm sorry, man. This dilly business, I can't, man. Dilly, it's cornball to me. But, I mean, I guess some people like it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Rico back at it again, ready to share some goddamn news. Yo, what I just do there? What? Yo, we just powered up our offense, right? We just gave it a little bit of extra juice. We just took a little needle and went boop and give us a little something to boost us. Now, where does the credit go in all of this? Does it has to, right now it's straight McBean. And if you guys don't know who McBean is, that is McDermott and Brandon Bean together. One, focused, making things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't tell me that that's not a big move. I didn't know where we were going to go, first of all. Nobody knew where we were going to go. We're talking about Cordy Glenn potentially being traded. And now rumor is John Miller ain't happy because he doesn't like being a healthy scratch and coming off the bench. And even if he does and get any play, Vlad Dukas is ahead of him. So he was, you know what I mean, trying to get traded. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Central Henderson coming back. That was, I mean, maybe I fabricated that because I thought he was going to get traded, at least because people were looking for tackles. You don't just give away a Glenn just like that. You got to, you know, we can go through the team. Anyway, so all that stuff happens. Nothing goes down with those guys, which is great because it's advantageous for us, for Tyrod. And then we bring on Kelvin Benjamin. Now, here's the deal. A lot of trades go down. And you're like, all right, cool, we got the trade. But then they got to go through a damn physical. If your physical fails, yo, that thing gets botched unless you rework a deal. But then I believe it's too late. Or you amend the deal. I don't know how it goes down exactly. But we still, I mean, like right now the chatter, if you guys saw Brandon Bean go on his press conference, they asked him about Kelvin Benjamin's knee. Yo, what about his knee, though? He got hurt. Like, are you guys okay with that? You know, he's got to take a physical. Nothing worse than if we made the trade, get everybody hyped up and excited, and then he's got to get shipped back because it didn't work out. However, they assured Bean that his knee was fine, and his knee got hurt in the Saints game. Apparently, they played the Saints like way back when. So that was a long time ago. So like he's as healthy as they can come. Now, what can be disconcerting is the fact that my man showed up a little overweight, looked a little chunky. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what happens in the offseason. He was eating good, you know what I'm saying? And he's down to his proper weight, which is legit. Now, the advantage that we have in this is the Panthers picked up his option. They picked up Kelvin Benjamin's option. So we have him for 1 year more. Why does that sound weird? That we have him for an extra year. Evan Harrington says, now this with Kelvin that gives Tyrod the deep threat that we have been missing. But Kelvin's not a deep threat, is he? Is Kelvin a deep threat? I don't really see him as a deep threat. But I mean, it is what it is. Maybe he's considered a deep threat. I don't know. What's up with Bolden Rico? He didn't get traded. Yo, let me tell you how savage Brandon Bean is. They asked him, so what's the deal with Bolden? Y'all didn't find anybody to... And he said straight up, Bolden is retired. He said he didn't want to play. He wanted to stay retired. Then he's retired. That's that. He's retired. And it's true. That's it. You can't tell me we signed your ass. You know what I mean? We put out the big word for you. You know what I mean? We signed, you know what I mean? He's a veteran presence. And he's to some, he's a Hall of Famer. Bada. And then you turn around and say you want to go do humanitarian work. You can do humanitarian work any time of your life. As soon as your career is over, all of a sudden you want to stop right now and do humanitarian work. Man, bump that. Like, I don't want to say I lost respect for the dude because, I mean, it is what it is. But, like, yo, be real. Be real. You don't want to play because you are unsure of this offense. You're unsure of this quarterback, and you're unsure of everything in preseason. But now you're looking like a damn fool because now you see, you know what I mean, we moving, we doing some things, and you now want to come back, but you don't want to come back. It looks bad if you... Anyway, it doesn't matter. It looks bad, period. You can't just be talking like you want to retire and you want to do all this other stuff, and then now you want to come back and play for another team. Boy, you better sit down. Sit your ass down. That's what I say. Lane is staying with Houston. Seattle decided to throw in a third-round pick. Okay, so that's the amended. Thank you, Andrew Mulvihill. That's the amended. So things get amended. And for those that don't know what the amended is, it gets changed up a little bit. It gets edited. So if they were supposed to get like I'll exaggerate and say a second-round pick, now gets dropped to a third. So the deal stays in place. They'll take on, you know what I mean, the medical issues, but now the trade is just changed. It's amended. Thank you for the correction. So let me try to get right to you guys, man, because right now the news is this. We got Kelvin Benjamin. Now, what the hell are we going to do with Kelvin Benjamin, right? He's used to getting a lot of targets, or a decent amount of targets, as a number one. We don't have the offense. We don't have the quarterback that will target a number one guy. We don't. I mean, let's keep it real. Tyrod's number one guy is Charles Clay. Charles Clay's been out. So who has been Tyrod's number one guy? Nobody, really. He just goes to whoever is open. That's, if you guys remember, I said this a long time ago. When we traded Sammy Watkins, I was for the trade of Sammy Watkins. Because I felt, A, if we kept him, he was going to ask for a king's ransom. Right? And we would have had to make a decision. Either we keep him or we don't. Right? We can't pay, so we let some other guy pay for him. So we might as well move him and not worry about that and go. But the point I was trying to make was this. If we move a guy that needs the ball or is a solidified number one guy, the pressure is on the quarterback to look for his number one guy. Right? And it makes sense. That's how it's supposed to be. Find your number one guy and get it to him. But the problem is we don't have a guy that can do that consistently. Because if his number one guy is gone, his second read and third read are difficult to make because he's not very good at making those second and third reads. Now, when you get rid of a guy like a Sammy Watkins, the pressure's off the quarterback. He doesn't feel like he needs to go to Sammy all the time. So now he's just like, whoever's open, I'm going for. And that's what he's doing right now, and that's how he's having more success. Because he doesn't have to really pinpoint on one guy. Now we bring in Kelvin Benjamin. Does that change? Is Kelvin Benjamin going to be like, yo, if I'm here, you better give me the rock because I am a number one guy. That's that's how I was in Carolina. That's how I need to be right now. Now, here's the effed up part. Who would have thunk that we would have had 3 receivers that came out of the 2014 draft on the Bills roster in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? We had Sammy Watkins. You traded him. Now we have Jordan Matthews that came out of the same draft. And now we have Kelvin Benjamin. The real question is, what the hell are we going to do next year? Right? Forget about, like, you know, what we're doing right now. Next year. Are you trying to retain? You know we can't retain both Jordan Matthews and Kelvin Benjamin. Because Kelvin Benjamin right now, his salary is really low. It's a low salary. So he's still on his rookie deal. It's a low salary. Next year, he's getting paid about $8 million. Right? Jordan Matthews is going to ask for money. That's the deal. They're going to ask for money. So what do you do with these 2 guys, man? You got 2 #1 receivers. What are you going to do with that? Let me just take some of your questions real quick. My bad. Nick Blair says he throws it up and let him go up for a kind of... You know what? That might be the case. I personally think they brought him in for the red zone. You know what I mean? Or good, big, long catch radius. Big, large catch radius. So you don't have to necessarily be super pinpoint accurate. Just put it up in the area. Let me go get it. I'm 6'4", 6'5". I think he's 6'5". You got a 6'5" receiver. Put it up. I'll go get it. Right? So that's probably what the case is. Gaming Empire says, hopefully he doesn't get pissed that he doesn't get the targets like Bryant, but I have a good feeling that Tyra will get him the ball if he keeps playing like he has been. That is the hope. That is the hope, Gaming Empire. We need to make it happen, man. Bills28 says, what's going on, Rico? What's going on, man? We talking about this trade, man. If you guys are just tuning in right now, we are talking about this trade that just happened that brought Kelvin Benjamin to the Bills. Now, here's how this offense is going to look. Yeah, he's 6'5". Yeah, he's 6'5", 6'6". I appreciate it. So here's how this, and I apologize if I can't get to all your questions, man, because these things are flying, right? But here's how this is going to look. And I'm on my phone right now, so it's a little different. Matthew hasn't played good enough to get paid, but you know he's good enough to. But the thing is, he's good enough. Matthews is good. You know what I'm saying? It's not Matthews' fault that he's not getting the targets from Tyrod. You know what I'm saying? Tyrod won't give you 300 yards. And if you're going for 300 yards, that means you're hitting enough people, right? Down the stream and down everywhere. Tyrod's good for 160 to 215, 220. Top. You know what I'm saying? That's not usually what he gives you on the average. So Matthews is gonna be interesting because we got Zay Jones come back next year, 100%. We got Andre Holmes in contract for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can let him go anytime we want to. It's not like it's a big cap. So we got him next year. Deontay Thompson, who knows what the hell's gonna happen with Deontay Thompson? We may bring him back. Who knows? Depending on how he does the rest of the year. You got then you got Jordan Matthews. You got to figure out something about Jordan Matthews and Kelvin Benjamin. So Kelvin, Jordan, Zay, Holmes. That's crazy. Think about it. Kelvin Benjamin's. We got Matthews. We got Zay Jones, Andre Holmes, Deontay Thompson. That's a good receiving core, man. You can't. Anybody that tells me that what's his face not gonna get love, he's gonna get love. He's got to get love. But our quarterback has got to get the ball to him. Now that's Dennison. That's where Dennison comes in. Dennison is gonna have to create, some things to get these balls to these receivers, man. I feel bad for the teams that now have to kind of like, shit. We got a game plan for this shit now, man. We can't just stack the box all day. Now you're gonna have to try to respect the Bills because Tyrod's getting warmed up right now. He's getting warmed up. I mean, he's starting to get, more comfortable in his offense. So you allow Kelvin Benjamin, a big boy like that, toss it up, let him go get it. Jordan Matthews on the outside, and then you got Zay Jones on the middle. Here's another thing to keep in mind. When Jordan Matthews, this came from my boy Pierre, and I'm gonna try to remember what he said. But when Jordan Matthews was on the Eagles when he got drafted, you had Deshaun Watson. Yes, Deshaun Jackson still there. You also had LaShawn McCoy still there. You still had Macklin. I believe Macklin was still there at the time. And it was the first year with Chip Kelly. Anyway, Jordan Matthews had to chill. There was so many playmakers. He had to sit back, not get as much playing time. You know what I'm saying? He got on the field, but not as much playing time. He let the big dogs get, their share. He had to learn his way. Now, the reason I bring this up is because Zay Jones now doesn't have to be that guy. We drafted him in the second round, but to be our number one, or to eventually be our number one. That's why it was so easy for us to move Sammy Watkins, right? So now he doesn't necessarily have to be that guy, because now you got Kelvin. So Andrew Mulva says you got Kelvin, Matthews, Jones in the slot. Holmes will get his targets whenever they rotate him in. Now, Zay Jones can go to his natural position in the slot. Matthews can go wide. Kelvin Benjamin goes wide. That's the only way you can see it. Mr. E-Man says, what's up, Mr. E-Man? O'Leary is yeah, O'Leary's nice, man. O'Leary's gonna get some targets himself. The thing is, like, there's only one ball. There's only one ball. So we gotta spread the love as best we can. So this new team, man, that we got, yo, we can make some things happen, man. We can make some things happen. Now, I've been telling people this. I refuse to use the P word. I can't use the P word. And I'll tell you why I can't use it. Clay coming back soon. Yo, Clay's coming back very soon. That receiving room is gonna be bananas. Charles Clay, Nicholas O'Leary, right? I got respect for Nicholas O'Leary. Then you got Benjamin, you got Zay Jones, you got Andre Holmes, you got Brandon Tate, you got Jordan Matthews. You know what I'm saying? And you have all those guys in one room, man. Yo, Logan Thomas. Yo, there's no more. Yo, he doesn't have any weapons. He does, man. He does. I'm telling you. How'd the Benjamin trade? Let me see. What did you ask there? How'd the Benjamin trade come up? I didn't even know that Carolina was even trying to trade him. And I don't even think Carolina was trying to trade him. They were listening, I'm sure. But I don't know if they were trying to trade him. Is that we needed something really bad. So they're like, so why not go back to the team that you came from, that you still have good relationships with the guys? Or probably Gettleman. Is it Gettleman, that guy over there? Gettleman probably owed Benjamin something. Sorry, he probably owed Brandon Bean something. So Brandon Bean's like, yo, I'm going to hit you up and I'm going to need you. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. Maybe something happened where he's like, yo, okay, fine. I got you. We're probably not going to bring him back anyway. They seem to like, I mean, this is going to open up things more for Panthers, right? They drafted Chris Samuels. I believe his name is Chris Samuels. Or something Samuels that came from Ohio State. Then you got Devin Funches. And then you got injured tight end that Olsen is injured. So they're not doing Newton a favor at all in this case. But I'm just saying, man, things are gonna happen, and things are happening quick. Now, what I was gonna say was this: I refuse to use the P word, and most people are like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Playoffs. I can't. People are saying, "Yo, just accept it. We're going to the playoffs, man. Let's chill. Let's just relax. One game at a time. One game at a time." I'm not getting. How often do we get our hopes up? How often do we get our hopes up for seasons on ends and season on end, and saying that, and we hype ourselves up? When Trent Edwards was there, oh, Trent Edwards, we finally got a quarterback. We're 5-1. We're gonna make it happen, and then we poo-poo to bed. Then we freaking bring in Rex Ryan. Oh, we're gonna change the culture, and we're gonna this and we're that. Nothing. We always get ourselves hyped up, and we find all the reasons to get ourselves hyped up. And then we just go downhill. Now, I will say this. This is a different team. The feel is different. The essence is different. But I prefer, and I promised myself this. One game at a time. Don't overthink things. Just one game at a time. I'm not looking ahead. I'm just going one game at a time. I feel good that way. I can keep my emotions in check. Because the minute I start thinking ahead, and I start thinking of the Saints, and I start looking at, oh, we got to play the Patriots, and then we got to do, yo, we're not there yet. Let us take care of business this Thursday against the Jets. We'll go to a nice 6-2. You know what I'm saying? And then we have 10 days to prepare for the Saints. But what we need to figure out right now is going up against the Jets. Now, here's the crazy part. Benjamin's already played the Saints. So he already knows exactly what they're about. So we have a Things are falling in place for us to do good things. Think about that. Muhammad Wilkerson apparently is hurt. He may not even play. The deep threat that the Jets brought in, Jeremy Curley, may not even play. So we have that against the Jets. Then we have 10 days to prepare. 10 days gives Benjamin enough to prepare to get to know the offense, certain plays. I mean, if Deontay Thompson can do that in 7 days, Kelvin Benjamin can come in and make some things happen. Right? Am I wrong or am I right? Right? And check this out. Something else that I want y'all to know. We got 10 days to prepare for Drew Brees. We got 10 days to prepare for that defense with Marshawn Lattimore. You know what I'm saying? With that Saints defense. Benjamin's going to be like, yo, this is what they did to us. This is what they did to us. This is what they did to me. This is what we had to do to... Yo, advantaged Bills? Are we not advantageous in this case? I'm not looking ahead. And I don't want to say playoffs yet. But I will say this. We have, I'll use this word, potential. We have potential to go that far. But I don't want to get myself too riled up. Let me get this. MM Buffalo says, would you rather have had Landry trade or the Benjamin go through? Ooh, you know what? I would have... Here's the best way I can put it. I would have liked to have Landry, but then that would have compromised Zay Jones, because Zay Jones is more comfortable in the slot, right? But now that we have Benjamin is a true wideout. We put Benjamin at the wide. We now can keep Zay Jones where he's most comfortable in the slot. And that gives Tyrod more target. And Tyrod needs to use that catch radius from Benjamin on the sidelines. Deep post. You know what I'm saying? So that will work out best for us. That's a great question, by the way. I would have taken either one, but I actually like the ability that we have Kelvin Benjamin. You can't go wrong with that. Dude, we have a receiver from the 2014 draft that was drafted in the first round. We also have another receiver that was drafted in the second round from that draft. Like, how crazy is that we have them both on the same team? That's nuts. Any way we can sign both next year. I don't think Brandon Beane works that way. I don't think he works that way. I think he's going to go... He might keep one of the two. There's no way you can drop one. Now, here's the deal. Kelvin Benjamin's option got picked up. So he's with us no matter what next year on $8 million. $8 million, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Sammy's going to want way more than $8 million. I can guarantee you that. So they picked up the option on him, and he's only $8 million. We'll take it. So we have him, and we can work something out to see how he is. Jordan Matthews, on the other hand, I don't know what's going to happen with that. Maybe we tag him, but tagging a receiver is way too damn expensive. So you can't tag a receiver. So you got to make a decision on that. So next year's receiving core could look like this. Kelvin Benjamin and Zay Jones, Andre Holmes. Zay Jones, Andre Holmes, Kelvin Benjamin. 6'5", 6'4", 6'2". We might go for like a slot receiver or like a little scat back type receiver. Who knows, man? I like Sutton. I like Sutton a lot. Courtney Sutton, I like him a lot, but we'll see. Pierre Gabby says Kelvin could play in Thursday's game red zone packages. Yo, you might be right, Pierre. We could actually put him in red. You would get in the red zone. Yo, Kelvin, get in there. We'll just toss it up and go get that ball. Whoo, man. The Jets are in for hurting. We cannot let up on the damn Jets. We have to go in and crush. We need to go in and crush. Let me see what we got here. Gaming Empire says, how would you have felt if we made a move for Vontae Davis? Yo, if we got Vontae Davis, picture this. Vontae Davis, Trey White, EJ Gaines, Leonard Johnson. I love Leonard Johnson. Leonard Johnson was the player of the damn game against the Raiders. If not for that hit that knocked the ball loose on Washington for us to go up 14-7, and then we never let off from there, and we got the ball in the second half and control the clock, yo, that game is completely different. Because had that not happened, the way the first drive happened with Derek Carr, he probably could have marched up and scored 7. That was like a good 14-point swing, man, right there. So, would I've loved to have Vontae Davis? Yes. You can't have... If you have a lockdown corner, you can't go wrong with that, man. You can never go wrong with that. Yo, Brandon Beane, legit. A lot of people are upset about us trading Sammy Watkins. They were upset. But if you look at the moves that we're making right now, the moves that we have made, it's because we're putting a team together. We're putting a team together that is going to be solid. Like, we're building a foundation right now. We're like reconstructing the foundation. You know what I'm saying? So once we reconstruct that foundation, yo, we can start renovating this whole house. I mean, I've been calling it a renovation. All we did was we renovated this house. This Buffalo Bills house, we just renovated that bitch, man. So now that we renovated, now we can just fix the bathroom. We can fix the kitchen. We can do whatever, man. Fix that old line. That old line will need to be fixed. Let's keep it real. Cordy Glenn, we didn't trade him, so maybe that's our long-term guy. Until next year, until next season, right? Then we got Incognito getting a little older, but the guy's still playing solid. So we probably got a year or two out of Incognito left. Then we got Eric Wood. Then we got the right guard position. That right guard position needs to be revamped. Then what are we doing with Jordan Mills? We signed him on a short-term deal. So then we got to fix the line. So Jordan Mills, Central Henderson, probably these guys will work something out. But then we got Deion Dawkins. Where are you going to put Deion Dawkins? You're going to put him at the right tackle? You're going to put him at right guard? You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy is good enough that he can go anywhere on the line. So we definitely will be addressing the O-line. Now we got to address the D-line. I know we have Adolphus Washington, but Adolphus is not their guy. Adolphus is a Rex Ryan guy. You know what I'm saying? So Adolphus Washington, that's going to be something interesting to keep an eye on. You know what I'm saying? Just put it out there for y'all, man. I'm going to try to read some of your questions, man. These things are coming in fast, man, real quick. JMS Edit says the process, man. Hashtag the process. Yeah, man, we got to trust the process. I get it. The process look good right now, man. Xavier Figueroa says we basically traded Darby for J Matt, and Kelvin, right? If you think about it, yeah. If you think about it, that's exactly what we did, man. Exactly what we did. And let me ask y'all another question, man. I got into an interesting conversation with somebody. Got upset with me that I said that Sammy doesn't do yak yards. He's not a yak guy. And somebody said, no, you lost credibility when you said Sammy doesn't do yak. I know exactly what I'm saying when I say Sammy doesn't do yak. And let me take y'all back. When Sammy was a rookie, whenever he caught that ball, he was looking for the next step. He was looking for the next yardage. He was looking for to hit pay dirt, right? Then he got nicked up a couple times. He got hit in the ribs, and that made him slow down. Like, oh shit, hold on, let me slow down a little bit, right? Second year, he goes off with half the year. He goes off with Tyrod Taylor because he says, yo, give me the damn ball, give me 10 targets a game, let's go. If Sammy's not catching a deep ball, he's not going to give you what Brandon Tate gave you on that reception. Brandon Tate could have, if that's Sammy catches the ball, makes a move, goes down. He's not, or he makes a move and heads out of bounds. But he's not making a move to get that first down. That's the shit that we need. Like a Odell Beckham. Do you ever see Odell Beckham catch a ball and go down? Hell no. He's catching the ball and looking for 6. You know what I'm saying? AB, Antonio Brown. He's catching the ball and looking for 6 or is looking for the extra yardage. Sammy was tailing down, man. He was only going for what? Like, he'd catch a ball, go out of bounds. Catch a ball, go down. That's what I mean by yak. I'm losing credibility. Boy, you crazy, I'm losing credibility. That's what we didn't have in Sammy, right? So now we brought guys, and maybe they saw what I saw. They were like, man, this guy is just like, it's like he's playing not to get hurt so he can get paid. Because he's already messed up his foot. So he's like, man, I got an injury already. It's already looking bad. I'm trying to get paid. So if I could just catch the ball, go down, stay safe, stay unhurt, you know what I'm saying? I'll get paid. You know what? You're going to get... And now look at him. What is he doing with the Rams right now? And I'm sorry, I'm deviating from the trade talk, but I need to get to this because we're talking about receivers because we traded Sammy Watkins. What is he doing with the Rams right now that's so special? Then it makes me... And this is what I might be talking crazy right now, but then it makes me think, he has every potential to be elite. He has every potential to be elite. How is he not getting the ball with the Rams? They got a good offensive coordinator, solid offensive coordinator, top offensive coordinator in McVay. You got a good O-line. You got a top 5 back, top 6 running back. You know what I mean? You have 2 good solid receivers in Cooper Kupp, and you have your ex-teammate, Robert Woods, and you got Tyler Higbee. How is Sammy Watkins not killing it? Nobody's double teaming you. Nobody's double teaming you. So how are you not killing it? It tells me he ain't... Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it because he's nice. He could be elite. But What the hell's his problem? Let me just put it that way. Someone talk to me. What is his problem? What's Sammy Watkins' problem? He's still hurt. No, I don't want to hear that. Don't give me that. He's not still hurt. He's just fine. Believe me, he's just fine. He had all last year to heal. All last year to heal because we shut him down. Like he wasn't really doing much. So is he that nice? Rico and the Dolphins game when he went out of bounds on that critical third down. Dude, Sam Mazza, you know what I'm talking about, man. I'm not talking ish. Sean Maloney says he needs a real coach. What do you mean he needs a real coach? What do you need to coach him up for? And no disrespect, but what do you need a real coach for? You need a real coach. You think Odell Beckham has a real coach in New York right now? I know he's hurt, but does he have a real coach? No, I don't even know who the guy is. He doesn't have a real coach. You know what I'm saying? Let me think of another receiver that's balling right now. That like doesn't need a coach. Like maybe Sammy Watkins isn't that nice. I said it. Maybe Sammy Watkins isn't that nice. Because right now, if you're a number one receiver, you should not be having only 29 receptions. Or 29 targets. I don't know what he has right now. You went off against the Niners. The Niners, let me remind you, are 0-6 or 0-7. So, what is it? So maybe we were right to get rid of Sammy Watkins, man. Brandon B came in and says, yo, I've been watching you from afar. You soft, son. You are soft, and we're getting rid of you. And it's showing us exactly what it is. Because, 0-8, my bad. Shit, they're that bad? Shit. But real talk, I'm not even being disrespectful right now. I'm just saying, what is Sammy Watkins doing? No wonder we got rid of him, man. We're getting more production. Look at Tyrod. Tyrod has become a better quarterback. And I've been shitting on Tyrod all year. All year. And I have to admit that the last 2 games, he's been playing well. He's making good decisions. And I'm accepting now that Tyrod is not going to give me 200-300 yards. He's not. I'm accepting it. I'm accepting that he's only going to give me 160, 215 max. You know what I'm saying? But he'll make good decisions and not turn the ball over. I have to accept that. I think my battle was I need a quarterback that can pitch it all over the damn field and see everything. And because we all know this guy lets a lot of wide receivers wide open are like, I'm right here, I'm open, and he doesn't do anything. But this is not here. I'm not here to shit on Tyrod because I'm actually showing him love. Because right now he's playing well. Keep it up. Keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Because my man Peterman is just gonna have to wait. He's gonna have to just wait his turn. You know what I mean? Warm that shoulder up. But it's not happening yet. All you gotta do is just warm up. But real talk, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out there. Sammy Watkins, I don't know what the hell his deal is right now. I'm glad he's not with Buffalo right now. I was good with the trade because I saw what was happening and it made sense. I'd love to see what Sammy's gonna get paid for. What they're going to pay for him. If they even offer him anything in LA. Does LA let him walk and be like, yo, we got Cooper Kupp, we got Robert Woods. You didn't really give us anything. Or are we going to pay you to be a decoy? You can't pay big money for a guy to be a decoy. You can't. Jim Maria says he will walk. I don't know. Will he walk? David Courtney says Tyrod is the biggest winner in the Benjamin trade. Huge target, especially in the red zone, and hard to overthrow. Dude. That boy's going to be red zone monster. Red zone, right. You know what I do? When the red zone comes in, Benjamin, Holmes, Zay Jones. Y'all 3 get in there. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. I'm pitching it to somebody. One of y'all get open. It's going high. Go get it. Don Gramano says, what happens to Holmes then? Holmes just comes in as a rotational receiver. Because don't forget, Holmes was brought in for 2 specific reasons. The play receiver, obviously, but special teams as well. Special teams for McDermott is important. You need to be a guy that does special teams. Why do you think they got rid of Jonathan? The name is eluding right now. You know who I'm talking about. Jonathan. Help me out. The one that got sent to the damn Broncos. And Holmes is a gunner. And he's a special teams guy. But anyways, they got rid of Jonathan's, what's his face? Jonathan Williams, thank you. God damn, I don't know what's wrong with me today. They got rid of Jonathan Williams because he doesn't do special teams. You don't do special teams, and you're only there to do one thing. We got guys that can do special teams. You got to go. You know what I mean? We need you to be able to do 2 things. not just be one dimensional. You can't be. So that's why this team is so close together, man. Brandon Tate, not one dimensional. He does special teams and he's a receiver. You know what I'm saying? Andre Holmes is on there. He's out there. Like those Tywan Jones. Why do you think Tywan Jones is still on the team right now? He can play running back and he's special teams. Dual threat. We can use you for both ways. You can't just be one dimensional. You just can't. That's why Barnyard is gone. That's exactly why Joe Banyard is gone. Banyard is gone because he wasn't a special teams guy or no value. And we have Tywan Jones, and Tywan Jones is a damn good special teams guy. So out you go. Even Joe Webb. Look at Joe Webb being on there. Joe Webb is a damn receiver / quarterback, but he's getting down there on the gunning team. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real, man. I'm keeping it real. Matt Milano's a GOAT. Yo, Milano's playing well, man. Milano is playing real well. I gotta give him credit, man. Pierre Gabber says, is Benjamin multi-dimensional? Come on, brother. Now you tripping. Yeah, but Benjamin is a number 1 receiver. Benjamin is a number 1 receiver. When you have a number 1, your number 1 guys are not playing special teams. It's your secondary guys that are going to be playing special teams. Come on, Pierre. You know better than that. You know better than that. Number 1 guy, like, is LaShawn McCoy playing special teams? No. He's your number 1. You don't put your number 1 guy playing special teams. It's your second. It's your, you know what I mean? Andre Holmes. That's your guy that's gonna be special teams. I don't even know if Zay Jones is on special teams. I'm not even sure. I don't think he is. You don't put your premier guys in special teams positions because those are your premier guys. Is Benjamin a deep threat? I don't think he is. I don't think he is, but shit, he's got a long stride, so maybe he is a deep threat. I don't personally think you don't see deep threat to me is somebody that's got long speed. You can stretch the field and go deep. I don't see Benjamin as that guy. Intermediate, get me a post, get me a dig route. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll give you that. Deep digs, yeah. But deep threat? Nah. Deontay Thompson is your deep threat. Zay Jones can be your deep threat. I just don't see why they're not sending him deep. I mean, maybe they're just still filling each other out. Because right now, the chemistry between Zay Jones and Tyrod is almost non-existent. Real talk. He doesn't get separation. That's Kelvin Benjamin. Well, we're gonna find out, man. If Kelvin Benjamin is covered, if Kelvin is covered, he's still open. Oh, he's still the truth. And we're gonna find out, man. We're gonna find out. Milano or Humber, who do you sit? Okay, that's a great question. David Courtney says, Milano or Humber, who do we stick with? Here's a crazy theory. Why don't we bench Alexander, put Milano and Humber on the damn field, and call it a day? Because right now, let's keep it real. In coverage, Alexander's a liability. And it's not a knock on him. He's just not a cover guy. Man, you went from playing defensive tackle to D-end to linebacker now, and all of a sudden we're going to ask you to cover these guys? Nah, man. Like, he's a liability in coverage. So, yeah, you make Alexander a rotational guy / pass rusher because, the guy got brought back because and due to his pass rushing ability. Dude had 12 sacks last year. Put him back in the position that he was last year and get him after the quarterback and have Humber and Milano on the field. Just an idea. Just an idea. I'm not saying it's legit, but that's just an idea. But Alexander is not strong in coverage. It's not his forte. His forte is run defense and getting after the pass rushing. Benjamin is a young Bolden. No, I don't know about that, man. Bolden was a damn savage when he was younger, man. A savage. I don't know if Benjamin is that guy. Billy Harvey, let me see what happens. CG Hyla says 5 + 13 = 6. I like that. Let me see what's up. Will Benjamin play Thursday? Yo, maybe he does. Maybe they put a quick package in for him on Thursday, and that's how they get him in for red zone packages, or third and shorts, or they put him in at, I don't know. Red zone packages to me make sense that he get him in, so they'll probably put him in with that. I'm just gonna read some of your questions before I get out of here because I'm not staying too long on this, fellas. Let me see what we got here. Daniel Anderson says he's a deep threat because he's big, can go up and get it. Wouldn't say that this is primary role, but he can and does catch deep balls. Yeah, I mean, what's deep? 15, 20 yards? You know what I'm saying? If with the time that Tyrod has had behind center as of late, then yeah, I guess you can say that my man is a deep threat. But, I mean, he's not going to stretch the field and go deep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's no Antonio Brown. Like, he's not that guy. But, nonetheless, they'll get the ball to him. That's for damn sure. Cousins15 says, I wasn't expecting much from Holmes, but he's played really well. I mean, the last couple games, he's played really good, man. Like, you have to realize, they brought him in as a dual guy. Special teams and receiver. They weren't going to make him like, you're going to be our number 2 guy, and that's that. I mean, you got to remember, he was battling through camp, and it wasn't looking great through camp. There was even chatter that he might get cut. You know what I'm saying? So, when camp was going down. So, I'm just putting it out there, man. I'm just putting it out there. Evan Harrington says, Dennison needs to let Tyrod audible with the new pass and run. Yo, he's not allowed to audible, which is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to, I mean, give your quarterback some control. Let him have the ability to, you know what I mean, to call audible. If he doesn't like something, check out of it. Like, there were several plays that I was like, what are you doing? It was like 3rd and 3, and they did a QB bootleg. What? No. I'd rather you know what I mean, give LaShawn McCoy a carry up the middle than have that, because it just looks terrible. It just looks terrible. Hold on a second. If the Bills make the playoffs, do we keep Tyrod? If the Bills make the playoffs, do we keep Tyrod? Oh, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Listen, it's been done where a quarterback takes the team to the playoffs and they get let go or they get cut. Let me put it this way. If Tyrod takes the team to the playoffs, he's made his case to come back for next year. He's made his case. Then it will depend on what we do in the draft. If we don't touch a quarterback in the draft, you know he's staying. If we draft a quarterback in the draft, there's a chance that we either trade him because he's still going to be under contract. There's a chance that we trade him or we cut him and take that $1 million dead cap. That's it. Let me see. Buffalo says, we ought to send more guys deep. Tyrod is so composed in the pocket and can extend plays, but don't give him a chance to show off his arm that much. Because none of the guys have been able to, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not even none of the guys. It's the way the plays are being called. You know what I'm saying? Dennison probably doesn't dial up a deep ball. I remember this one. I think it was the Panthers game. Maybe it was the Panthers game. I can't remember. There was the Broncos game. Not one deep ball was called. I was at that game. Not one deep ball was called. Because maybe that wasn't the MO. Every game is different. That's why I refuse to use the word playoffs. The P word, I won't. One game at a time. That's how this whole team is shaped up. One game at a time. I'm not falling for that, man. I'm not falling for that. Let me see what Pierre had to say. Pierre says, Benjamin is an any threat. Dude is our go-get-it big body receiver wherever he's at. Cam had plenty of deep balls to Benji. You know what? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe he is a deep threat. To me, when I hear deep threat, I think speed. I think like long speed and go. But maybe deep threat is completely different, because I did see my man go to him deep. But that was, you know what I mean, when in his lighter days. He's a little heavier now. Maybe I haven't seen him go deep this year, unless somebody can find me a highlight that there was a deep ball to Benji. But I could be wrong. I don't watch the Panthers. I'm a Bills fan. You know what I'm saying? Gamer Empire says, Tyrod can't throw a deep ball. He is way too off. He needs to work on it with Holmes. And actually, no, man, I disagree with you, man. Tyrod can throw a beautiful deep ball. That boy, if you give him the opportunity, he will throw a beautiful deep ball. And the last couple games, Tyrod has created enough time for himself to find these receivers downfield. That's what I love about it. And I appreciate about Tyrod. Tyrod is a funny quarterback. And I was having this conversation. He irritates me so much because I refuse to fully buy into him because I just can't. But I appreciate that he's playing really well and not turning the ball over. But for me to say, you know what, I'm on that wagon again, I'm on that time, I can't, man. I'm more like one game at a time and you go. Because the type of quarterback that I personally would like for my team is not the type of stuff that Tyrod does for me. Like 165 yards, 180 yards. I'm like, man, are you kidding me? Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And you have to realize this is a business, right? And by business, I'm talking about these receivers. There's incentives. If you get X amount of catches and X amount of yards, you get X amount of this. So when Tyrod's not giving them the ball, they're like, yo, man, you effing with my money. Let's go. So like it's only enough time where people are gonna be like, yo, I don't know if I can mess with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have, you know what I mean, NP just waiting. NP is just waiting. But it's just not his time right now. And I could deal with that. It's just not his time. Just an FYI, Tyrod's snap to pass release time was almost double Derek Carr's last year. Honestly, people don't realize his ability to stay in the pocket as it collapses. He's done a better job. The knock on Tyrod is that sometimes he holds onto the ball too long. He holds onto the ball too long without moving his feet. Now he's holding onto the ball, but he's actually getting out, getting in the pocket, creating the space. That's the Tyrod that I like. The one that will kind of almost play like backyard type of football. You know what I'm saying? So, fake out, roll out, and then keep his eyes downfield, because that's key, man. Keeping your eyes downfield, he's gotten way better at that. But anyway, I digress. Anyways, folks, I don't want to stay on too long, man. I just wanted to jump on and say what's up and talk to y'all. Big trade. Rico, why will having Benjamin... Hold on, let me read that one. Rico, why will having Benjamin make us better when Tyrod already misses open wide receivers? Because right now, the only thing I can tell you is that the catch radius on Benjamin... It's gonna be very difficult to not hit this area. I don't gotta hit it right here, but if you throw it over here, I got long enough arms that I can get it. And I'm talking about as in Kelvin Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? So that in itself is kind of the reason that you bring a guy like that for guys that are not as accurate. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is what it is. But anyways, folks, it's been good. It's been real. I appreciate y'all. Keep tuning in to the channel. We got big things coming. Keep tuned in for the preview that I got coming out for the Jets game. It's probably going to come out tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. Yo, y'all better get hyped, man, because we beat the Jets. We get 6-2. The media is going to be all over our D. And not only that, this is a nationally televised game. This is the time for us to come out and show everybody what we about. You know what I'm saying? Put everybody on notice that when you come to Western NY, you're in for a battle. When the Bills come to town, we are here for business. We don't play games. We coming out to whoop tail. That's how I want everybody around the league looking at us right now. Y'all need to get hyped because we are making a push. I don't want to say playoffs, but we making a push and we making things happen. Cousins15 says, Rico, they need you in the locker room to hype things up. Boy, don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. Yo, this is the squad. You know what I'm saying? The brand, you know what it is. It's Buffalo Fanatics. Y'all know what it is. It's BF. If you guys didn't get your sweaters, scream, shout, break the drought. Go ahead and cop your sweaters right now. Go to the Facebook. Go to YouTube. Excuse me. Go to Instagram. The link is there. I think we're limited. I think there's one more day to get them sweaters, man. My sweater is hype as hell. You know what I'm saying? Get them sweaters. Stop playing games, man. Get out there. Tell your friends about this page. Subscribe. Click on the notification when I go live or any videos come on. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy, and I'm gone.